Case brief, GR191672, Funa versus Duque, dated November 25, 2014. Parties, Petitioner Dennis A. B. Funa. Respondents, the Chairman, Civil Service Commission, CSC, Francisco T. Duque III, Executive Secretary Leandro R. Mendoza, Office of the President. Facts, Dennis Funa challenged the constitutionality of Executive Order Number 864, which designated Francisco T. Duque, the third chairman of the CSC, as a member of the boards of directors or trustees of several government entities, including the Government Service Insurance System, the GSIS, Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, PhilHealth, Employees Compensation Commission, ECC, and Home Development Mutual Fund, or HDMF. Funa argued that this designation violated the CSC's independence as mandated by the 1987 Constitution, particularly regarding the prohibition against members holding any office or holding any other office during their tenure. Duque was appointed CSC chairman on January 11, 2010, and Executive Order 864 was issued on February 22, 2010, citing the need for the CSC to be involved in functions affecting the welfare of government employees. Funa contended that this involvement would create conflicts of interest and undermine the CSC's independence. Issue, does EO 864 impair the independence of the CSC and violate the constitutional prohibition against dual or multiple offices for members of constitutional commissions? 2. What are the implications of the designation of Duque as a member of the governing boards of the GSIS, PhilHealth, ECC, and HDMF? Ruling, the Supreme Court partially granted the petition. It upheld the constitutionality of Section 14, Chapter 3, Title 1A, Book 5 of the Administrative Code of 1987, but declared EO 864 and Duque's designation in an ex officio capacity as unconstitutional. The Court reinforced the principle of independence for constitutional commissions, highlighting that members cannot hold any other office during their tenure, which is critical to prevent executive control over the Commission's functions. The Court found that while certain provisions allow for crossover roles, these do not extend to positions that may compromise the independence of a constitutionally created body like the CSC. It also noted that the functions of GSIS, PhilHealth, ECC, and HDMF extend beyond those related to personnel management, which could lead to conflicting interests and diminish the integrity of the CSC's oversight role. Consequently, the dual roles of Duque would not only violate the prohibition against holding multiple offices, but also compromise the CSC's independence. The designation was also deemed a violation of the prohibition against additional compensation for ex officio positions, reinforcing that such positions should not entail any form of extra remuneration. Despite this ruling, the Court recognized Duque as a de facto officer during his tenure, allowing for the validity of his actions undertaken while serving in that capacity. This finding was important to maintain the legality of the operations and decisions made during his time on the boards. The petition was partially granted. EO 864 and Duque's ex officio designation were declared unconstitutional, but Duque's action as a de facto officer were validated to ensure the continuity of the functions of the involved government entities. Thus, measures were taken to protect the integrity and independence of the CSC as mandated by the Constitution.